I miss my dad. Anyone who has parents or who has had parents, HAD, parent or parents, singular or plural, who had a close and loving relationship with them, you can totally understand how I feel. I'm close with my mom. I'm grateful that she is still alive and here on this earth. Thank you, Jesus. But I also was very close with my dad. Um, you always hear me relate to the phrase that I've made up and say, I'm my father in a dress, literally. The diva in me, like the jewelry, all of this, that's my mom. The spiritual aspect of me, that's my mom. Not saying that my mom isn't strong, not saying my mother doesn't have wisdom. She has an abundance of wisdom. But my father taught me how to prove my point without being too abrupt. He taught me how to invite my own self to the party. And when I walk in, even though I'm not on the guest list, they're happy that I'm there because of how I present myself, the way that I act, the character attributes that I have. So it's like the best of both worlds. I'm sorry, I'm trying to hit gnats. Um, so yeah, but all these changes I've gone through over these last 8 years, I miss my dad. And it's been relatively hard. It really, really has. My dad was my best friend, my best bud. We talked about everything together. I am about to cry because that's a part of what I know what's kind of wrong with me when I have these up and down days. It's my dad. I miss calling my dad while I miss calling my father when I get home, telling him, "Oh, Dad, I met this guy," and my father will say, "Okay, what's his stats? You know, how old is he? Where does he work? You know, things like that. Has he ever been married? Does he have kids? You know, the whole shebang." And I just really miss being able to just shoot the breeze with my dad. And when I say shoot the breeze, it's because every conversation, no matter if it was playful, important, sincere, he always made it in the way that it was a relaxed conversation. So he could be saying, God is soon to come, but the environment that he maintained with our conversations, it was just always so carefree, so loving. So he was serious, but again, trying to show me balance. Like, you don't have to always be so hard fist when you're trying to prove your point and explain to someone else how you feel. The relationship that a father brings to a child, female and male. I can't tell you how it is with males, of course, because I'm not a male. So that's why when my son Jared goes through his inward and outward battles of not having his father in his life, like, I feel for him. I can't relate to him because I had both my parents growing up and I had amazing relationships with them. They were both in the house and it was like a low key Cosby type of atmosphere. My mother was a nurse, my father was a construction worker, but we still had that, I guess, that urban Cosby effect, urban Cosby feel. But I miss my dad. Like, some days I just feel lost. I do. Like, I'm kind of like going through the motions. And I need my dad to, you know, kind of like pluck me on the side of the head. Like, girl, get yourself together, or what you thinking about, or why didn't you finish that yet, or something. I need his aggressiveness sometimes. I'm blunt, but I'm fair. I'm tough, but I'm fair. So sometimes I can be a little rougher on the edges because I'm my father in a dress. I'm my mother until I open up my mouth. It's like, whoa. But I just miss my dad. So for anyone who has both of their parents still living, shame on you if what are these nuts? Jesus. Shame on you if you don't cherish what you have, because when you no longer are able to pick up the phone and call your father or your mother, you're no longer able to just drop past and say hi, or drop past and drop off groceries, or drop past and pick them up to take them to the doctor, or drop past and go get ices and go out to dinner and Olive Garden and eat soup and salad, that type of thing. And just having the honor of being in their presence, you're going to miss it. So when God is telling you to call, stop over, do this, do that, even if you don't feel like it, still do it. And as you are en route to go do what he told you to do, just pray that God give you strength to complete the task. It's like, God, I don't feel like it, but can you just give me strength? So when I get there, it's like, hey! But I miss my dad. I do. My dad was amazing. He had so much wisdom. So smart. So passionate. So understanding. So witty. He just had so many, and he was such an avid reader. That's why I think I'm obsessed with books. Like, I even buy books I haven't even read yet, because it's like, oh, my dad read something like that, or my dad would read something like this. And as you guys know, he's the reason why I eat politics like love. I also blame him for my little crush on Bill Clinton. I mean, I've had a crush on Bill Clinton since, oof, high school, and I graduated in '91. So it's a long time. Um, but my dad was amazing, and I cannot wait to see him again. Um, yeah, so I just needed to just woosah and just encourage you guys to love on your family, but your parents, honor thy father and mother, honor them, honor them, honor them. Whew. And I understand that everyone's family dynamic is different. Everyone didn't grow up with their father or mother, so when they come into your life, of course, it's hard to have that relationship. But honor them, respect them, and keep it moving. If they haven't been there, I mean, I get it. I don't get it, but I understand, because there's no relationship that was built. But those who know what I'm talking about, who have that relationship, and ooh, Jesus, they went to be with the Lord. If you have a parent left, you better love on them and hold on to their life. But I thank God and bless God that I had an opportunity not to just know my father, but I had a genuine relationship with him. I knew him. I grew with him. I understood him. There was five of us, and it's weird. I didn't realize this until I became in my 30s. But I was the closest child to my father, and I'm the closest child to my mom. So it's like, wow, thanks God, you know. But I just wanted to talk about my dad. That's all. How great I think that he was. Alright, you guys. I hope you didn't think this was boring. But again, Jared, these videos are for you. And you know how amazing Grandpa was. You called him dad. My father was like the dad of all the grandkids. Because unfortunately, the sad thing, all the grandkids fathers were missing in action in their lives. So, God bless you. Love on your dads. I know mothers get the most hype, but dads are just as amazing. Abraham, Isaac, just the lineage is just amazing. And my father was a part of that. Alrighty. God bless you guys. Bye bye.